Okay, so once you load into the guest operating system, this will be basically loaded through your RAM, right? So it's not installed Ubuntu setup. Basically, it just loads this version through RAM, right? Now here we have to find the install to disk option. Okay, now as you can see, basically this will start your installer, and first thing you choose the language. So I pick English, click next, and then it will tell you to choose accessibility, seeing, hearing, typing. So you can go through one of those options how you wish to enable them. So hearing, it will tell you alerts and so. Then typing, you have to choose sticky slow keys, then pointing and clicking mouse keys, right? Then zoom, etc. Now after that, click next. Here you choose your keyboard. I will go with English US. You can also pick UK if you want. Then click next. Here you can connect to internet, use wired, right? So it will try to do that. Now here it will ask you to install Ubuntu, right? So you can also try it. So basically if you click try it, it will just run it from your RAM temporarily, and then it exits, and then you have to install to disk for it to use on daily basis. So I'll choose install Ubuntu, click next, then interactive installation. I will pick this so that I can show you how to use it. Click next. Here you can see what you want to do with apps or default selection. You can also extend it. Click default, then you can use third-party software, right? If you want to install additional media format, you can enable that. I will just uncheck both, then click next. It will start the setup, but before that it will also take few more things from you, which is creating your user account and adding to network and so on. Currently, as you can see at the top, it is making use of the existing connection, right? Now it will load for a time being, right? One more thing, if you're using this within VMware or VirtualBox, you may have to also install the tools so that you can use the software. Right, so here I want to erase the disk and install Ubuntu. You can click advanced features. Right, here you can use the LVM encryption, erase disk, and ZFS. So I will not choose this part. I will just escape, but I will keep the erase disk and install Ubuntu. Now this part comes in where I have to type in my name, computer name, username, and so on. So now next thing is you can enable Active Directory if you want. You also have to add password and so on. Make sure password is strong. I just typed in random in order to just get into the account. Then click next and you move to next stage of installer, right? So we are pretty much done here. It has automatically found my location within the map, which is India. Next is final step, it will run the installer. This time it has become more easier to install with reduced set of steps, right? So now once we click next, it will review all the changes, and then we push for install. Now it will take its own time. Okay, so there are some flashes coming out within installer. I'm sure in near future it will be fixed. So let it install all the thing. It may take few more minutes or even 20 or so minutes, so we'll wait. Okay, so once the installation is finished, it will ask you to just continue to test or restart. So what I will do is I will hit for restart. Now once restart, it will show you the new boot process. This time it won't be showing you any form of menu option where you are trying or installing. Instead it will only show you the boot menu to log in, and it will move forward. It will boot up with the new Ubuntu number. Okay, so once the installation is finished, you will get the login screen like this. You can change this with gmedit and other tools where you can customize the login screen. So for now I will just log in. Click on your name, add the password. Now it will log into desktop. Now it will load the genome. Right, so everything is minimal right now. It doesn't have much software being featured in this release. So what I will do is I will be setting up VMware tools. Okay, as you can see, desktop looks like this, and I can install VMware tools. And it will take a bit of time, but it will be installed. Now it will have it as a CD options here showing VMware tools. I may have to use that. Meanwhile, there is welcome to Ubuntu, which I have to use for settings and all that. Click next. You can skip the Ubuntu Pro for now, but later you should have it if you are going for long-term usage. Click next. Here you can choose to share the data or skip. You can also take a look at the app center, which is here. Finish it. Right, now you have your option for VMware tools. Open that, and once the mounted part, I will have to right click, open in terminal, and here I may have to use the tar option to uncompress the installer. Then once we do that, I would be able to just drag and drop and also get the wider screen for this current Ubuntu setup. So for now I can simply use display settings. I can even point out to the options for higher resolutions. Right, currently it says 1280. I can go for 1280 by 10204. Right, and once we apply, it will kind of force it to go larger. Right, let's take a look at what is changing. Keep changes. So kind of changed, however I will have to see if I can view it full screen. Still it's not something I'm happy with, so I will go with another option. So 19201080. So let's click apply. Hopefully it should take it, but it would go a bit larger this time. Right, keep the changes. Now this time you would find it much better for viewing. Right, so this time it's not like those small change, right? So it is reverting back for some reason, I don't know. So I'll try and see if I can get to something closer, not too big like this, not too small. So let's go with, usually 1360 also works. Let's go with this. Okay, this is not what I want. Let's go with another one. Let's keep it something like this. Okay, so this is okay by my usage standards. If you want to go even higher, that's also possible. 16 has to 9. I think that would perfectly work, right? Now I can go back to VMware Tools install. I can also show you how the current open tabs can be accessed. I can go back on them anytime I wish. Can show you that grid system like option on desktop. Then there is this show apps option. Okay, right now there isn't many options we have, however there are 2 desktops right now. So I'll just click on this, go back to files. So nothing much change on that part, but it's pretty much accessible, right? Then comes your app center. So I suppose it is a bit changed since last update, right? So this is app center, then there is help, these 2 things. Then let's see where we can find settings option. So settings can be accessed from here. Then you can check the startup applications. I click on this, we should be able to see something, right? So it is showing you what's available within startup. So I can close this now, right? And here we can see all the possible options including language. Right here I can also see the help that I clicked on. Let me close it. Too many applications are running for now, right? So here is the language support. Okay, then let's take a look at the tabs that we have. So here you see you can click on individual tabs to close them, right? So app center seems to be the one that takes the longest time, and so if I click on it and look at it, you don't have anything to see, right? Force quit, can even click on remind me later and close this as well. So right, pretty much setup shows 24.04. This will be supported for longer, and if you have Ubuntu Pro, then it would even go for longer time, right? So there should be some support software. I'm not sure if we have those things within this minimal setup, right? So we have to manually set it up, right? Meanwhile, you have Firefox here. You can also go to App Center and try Chromium and so on, right? Coming back to desktop, this is the setup of Ubuntu 24.04.